Welcome back to another episode of Ali's Allotment. I hope you can hear the wonderful sound of birds singing. I'm up at the allotment and just standing here in the polytunnel. I'm looking at the kale and thinking ahead. We'll be looking to get this kale out of the ground possibly next week. Certainly if I don't take the whole plants out, I'll be looking to harvest plenty of these leaves. And one thing to mention, I did nearly take this all out a short while ago, but I'm really glad I persisted with it because it's looking tremendous. As far as today, the key focus is going to be harvesting the radishes that I sowed a while ago, and obviously, like I've done in other clips, I'll do a general roundup of what's happening on the allotment. So stick around and there's lots to be seen. The Sparkler Globe variety of radishes that I sowed a short while ago, in which I demonstrated how to sow in rows, are ready to be harvested now. Just on a quick inspection, I can see that some of the radishes are ideal size for harvesting. Others aren't quite as developed as I would like, but that happens. So I'll go ahead and get this harvested and show you what it all looks like. Okay, so I've done the harvesting, and what we've got here is the two main varieties that I've sown so far this year. There's French Breakfast, which are these long radishes, and the variety that I mentioned that I've never grown before, which I'm actually pretty pleased with, and that's Sparkler Globe. So I'll get all this lot back to the kitchen and get it cleaned up, and we'll show you how that all looks. So we're having a return look at the rhubarb patch that you've got.
Yeah, taking a bit off, not much, it's only small so far, not very big yet. It's only very thin, these, they're not worth taking off them. Should be a lot thicker than that.
Yeah.
It's not forced, this stuff, it's all green leaves on. It's not quite as sweet, but it still tastes like rhubarb.
And what did you do with it? Did you just stew it down and have it with some custard?
That's it this time, yeah.
Well, it's in peak season now, isn't it? Rhubarb harvesting between now and July.
Yep, up to about the end of June, beginning of July.
Yeah.
Then just leave it. It build its strength up for next year.
Yeah, it's got to recuperate, hasn't it?
Yep.
I really need to get a flower patch going. I'll probably do that next year. So have you always grown flowers on the allotment?
Yeah. Oh, for years. These were bulbs in pots. I plant them out. I'll just leave them to grow bigger. And you get these for free. Instead of throwing them away, just grow them on. Leave them in the ground to die down. And next year, you've got even more.
Let's have a zoom in on that then.
There's a few more to get yet.
It's wonderful, that.
And these are the same name as my wife.
Go on.
Marilyn.
I'm sure you've told me that one before.
She spotted them, said, oh, I like them. So right, go and get some then. So she did.
And you got some other tulips here, haven't you?
Yeah. Those purple ones are late ones. Called Queen of the Night. They usually get taller than that. They're not as tall as they should be yet. Timing's funny on them this year.
Spring's been a bit, yeah, spring's been a bit late and interrupted.
Well, they're usually the end of May. These are usually the end of May. Middle of the end of May. So they're going of ours. I think Missy's happy for a while.
Yep.
Go and get some more from over there now.
Okay, so we've made a return visit to your mighty Bromley. Just a couple of weeks later, you can see the flowers starting to come through.
Yeah, pink bud stage that is. They're not open yet, we're just about to. When they open up, they'll be a bit paler colour. So, need some more warmth yet. It's a bit dull today.
It is.
And then a few bees to pollinate them. Hope we don't get a frost, that'll kill them all off. Won't have any apples at all then.
No, no. My Bromley tree's doing very well as well. I've had this for about 3 to 4 years. It's only last year that I noticed it flowering for the first time. I might just let 1 or 2 apples develop on this year. I know that you're supposed to let the tree establish itself a bit, but I did that last year, so I'm hoping that I might be able to pick 1 or 2 Bromleys from this little tree of my own. It's got a long way to go before it becomes a mighty Bromley, but nevertheless it's doing fine at the moment. This is more of the regular onions that you find in the shops. The traditional white onions. This particular variety is Stuttgart. Is it a reliable variety, this Stuttgart?
Oh yeah, yes, yeah. They keep well.
Yeah.
They did last year.
Have you been growing them for a few years?
Yeah, a few years, yeah.
And how many months are we looking at before they'll be ready to start thinking about harvesting?
I'd say September.
Right, so it's a good while off yet.
Yeah.
We'll try and come back and see where you're up to around September possibly. A plant that I want to do a focus on is tomatoes. In most years I do grow tomatoes, but this particular year I've chosen not to. But one of my neighbours on the allotment always grows tomatoes, and he actually grows some of the best tomatoes on the site, and his technique seems to work. He puts tomatoes in pots. The base of the pots have been removed so the roots of the plant can go deep into the ground. That helps it from getting dehydrated. And one other thing I've seen him do recently is put these pots in just at the side, and he fills them up, and it allows the water to drain and go directly into the root base. It obviously works. So we'd look to be coming back to see how these tomato plants get on in a few weeks' time. The coriander that I sowed in this large pot is looking really, really lush and green. There's plenty there to keep me happy in the kitchen with that particular herb. And as I've said in earlier videos, it is an absolutely fantastic herb to grow, and we wouldn't do without it, that's for sure. Okay, so I've cleaned up some of the radishes, and as you can see they're looking really fresh. That's because they've just literally been picked about half an hour ago. I expect them to be really tasty and crunchy, and it's what you expect when you grow your own. So as I said in earlier episodes, radishes really are excellent crops and easy crops to grow, and do have a go at growing them. I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and please like and share. Thanks.